Okay, for those who haven't watched my previous video, I'm at an angle right now because I did a live stream on Facebook the other day, and not again, Xbox, home, you know what, never mind. Let's do it manually for once. Anyway, long story short, the phone adapter on my tripod broke during a live stream on Facebook, and I'm using the flash right now because I don't have a lamp anymore. That was actually being borrowed, and yeah, they asked for it back. Actually, the funny thing is, I asked for it until I got my own. I was like, can I borrow a lamp until I get my own? Oh yeah, sure. And then I stopped looking. So, they let me keep it for like 2 or 3 months. So, anyway, I wanted to make this video for a while, but I came across someone tonight, and I'm like, I gotta make this video. My favorite YouTubers. I see people do this all the time. They list their favorite YouTubers. I don't have that great of a memory, so I had to make a list. I did this a while back, but it wasn't an exclusive video. Like, it was kind of mixed in with something else. Like, I was talking about something else. I'm like, oh yeah, these are my favorite YouTubers. Anyway, I digress. So, but I wanted to make an exclusive video because actually I've added to the list since then. So, these aren't in any particular order. They're just as I remember them. Actually, this is actually adding to the previous list. So, like, I took the old list and just added to the bottom. So they're not in any particular order. To start off, game theory and film theory, I just linked them together because they're both MatPat. Well, I mean, starring MatPat. He's got other people like Goomba. This exists. I haven't seen that one in a few weeks, but really good channel. Basically takes weird. He has like a Reddit and Twitter, and he has people messaging him about weird things like, this exists, this weird thing exists, this weird counterculture, or this weird product, or this trend, or something. And I got a lot of criticism for this one in the last video. Watch Mojo. If I share a Watch Mojo video on Facebook, oh, you shouldn't watch that because they're reason. The number one reason people give is because they're clickbait, or they're like easy watching, or it's safe. Like, they call it safe watching, meaning like, I don't know, there's nothing challenging, and I don't know, it like lists stuff, and people don't like it for some reason. Like, they'll put out like several videos a day of like different, like, they have so many great examples. I can't even think of, actually I can just look one up right now. Okay, Goop. Wait, that's okay. I don't know if that would work on both phones. I don't want to interrupt this, so I'm going to manually look this up. Watch Mojo. Wait. Watch Mojo. Okay, I'm just going to list off some of the first ones. Top 5 dating myths you need to know. Okay, that's not one I would watch. Kind I would watch are top 10 funniest movie quotes of all time. Subjective, okay, but I would still watch it. Top 10 funniest movie. Oh no, that's the same. Okay, that's not exactly the same. Top 10 movie quotes of the 2010s. Posted the same day, apparently. One's 5 days ago and the other one's 6 days ago. Okay, not the same day. But, okay, I kind of see. Top 10 GTA moments ripped straight from ... Okay, I'm actually curious what the name of that one is. Ripped straight from, I'm guessing, headlines. Straight from the movies. Oh, okay. That's kind of like the type of stuff they would do. That I would watch. Because as you can see in the first one, the dating tips. And this, I don't know. I wouldn't watch that one. Undertaker Freak 1127. I used to watch him a lot years and years ago, and then I didn't like make a conscious decision to stop. Well, I just kind of faded away, like years ago. I don't even know how long ago. And then recently, like 3 or 4 months ago, I started watching again. One of his videos was trending. It was a video of him talking about he got an all expense paid trip to New York to Trump Tower to meet Donald Trump, and it turned out halfway through the video I realized it was a joke. He was like, yeah, of course I'm an idiot because I read the comments. People are like, I knew right away it was a joke, and I'm like, it wasn't until he got to Chris Christie, like in a room by himself eating everything, and I'm like, I don't think this is a real story. I don't think this really happened. But yeah. What culture? That one is a good one. It's kind of the same thing as it's kind of almost the same thing as Watch Mojo, but different. It's different, okay? And it's more interesting. More interesting than Watch Mojo. The No, I love the No. Literally everything I knew, I think I mentioned this in my previous video, everything I knew about the NX, the Switch, came from the No. I watch the videos all the time. In fact, tonight I watched their video on the Switch, and they're funny and it's informative, and I love it. Top 10s, which it's another Watch Mojo type thing. I like list-based stuff. That's why I love Cracked, which, not surprising, they're on this list too. It's basically Cracked. It's actually, I'm skipping ahead on this for this one. They push videos on their website, and they push those videos to YouTube. The videos on their site and on the app don't load for me, so I just watch their videos on YouTube. Much easier. Danger Dolan. Yeah, I like those. It's another list based, but it's unique in its own way. I like I've commented on one of their videos at one point. I don't comment on a lot of videos. I commented on one of his videos. At the end of every video, he goes, "Have a good one," and so I commented, "I had a good one for you." Jadagrace. Really, I've only seen one of her videos, but it was so good I put her on the list. Jadagrace was the little girl from Terminator Salvation, which there's probably a lot of people hear that and go, "Oh, no," but actually she's really talented. I'm a huge fan of Taylor Swift. I have every one of her albums, and Jadagrace does a cover of "Shake It Off" that's even better than Taylor's. And she has like this choreography with her friends, and it's really good. And yeah, but like she's not just some YouTube star that was in a movie. She actually has she's on Spotify. I'm following her on there too. Gaming Historian. I actually just watched one of his videos just now, like an hour or so ago. He's got one on the history of the rating system for games. Now the story behind that is good enough that it should be a movie. I wouldn't be surprised if they make a movie about the court case surrounding how they got the rating system for video games. That would be really good. Gaming Historian it's the interesting parts of, okay, this is going to be a controversial statement. Gaming Historian is the interesting parts of Angry Video Game Nerd. I love Angry Video Game Nerd. He's hilarious. I love the character. I love the stories around it. But the reason what drew me in was the history behind it. Whenever he would tell this, he would talk about this old piece of gaming technology, and he'd have a story around it, a different character or whatever, and then he would tell a story about the ColecoVision or the Commodore 64, and then he would tell a story around it with characters, and then tell the story behind it. That was interesting. But Gaming Historian, it takes all the vulgarity and stuff out, and makes it into a professional documentary exclusively about each different topic about game. It makes it a more serious type of thing. It's really interesting. If you're into that sort of thing, I recommend it. And The Flash is really, all I see is I need to make the screen brighter. That's what I need. There. I can kind of see. Gaming historian. Lindsey Stirling. If you don't know who Lindsey Stirling is, then go look her up. She is the most talented pianist that I've ever seen. My sister played violin in high school, and she says basically it's hard enough just to stand there and do this. Lindsey Stirling does like kicks and flips and dance moves and everything. She does like dubstep violin, like with like the way she does it. It's really cool. And she also does like collabs with other artists, and she's on Spotify too. She was my ringtone for the longest time. I don't even remember which one it was. Ballad of the Goddess is now my ringtone. So yeah, sorry, Lindsay. Bad lip reading. Oh, that's hilarious. Bad lip reading takes a simple idea and just makes a whole like comedy empire out of it. Recently, they, I used to think like because they used to just do like old movies and stuff. Like years ago, they would do like the Harry Potter movies or old like Billy Mays commercials. But and so obviously it was done a long time ago, so they have plenty of time to come up with something. But they recently did the presidential debates. They would do bad lip readings to that the next day, so they couldn't have spent months working on it. I mean, these people are brilliant. They got to do this quickly, and I can't do that. Where was I? Cracked. I already did that. GameXplain. GameXplain is some of these, like, I watch their videos, but I watch like the suggested videos. Like I recognize the names and I see enough of their videos. I'm like, oh, I like them. I see the name, like, oh yeah, okay, this is gonna be a good video. I don't know them well enough to say, oh, this is the kind of stuff they produce. This is the characteristic of the channel. GameXplain is kind of like that. And so all these ones that I'm comparing to Watch Mojo, and I say, oh yeah, that's a good one. Like What Culture, that's that kind of channel where I watch their videos a lot, but not enough that I can tell you like what makes them different. Like there's one I forgot to put on here. There's the Theorizer, and I might as well, I'll do that later. There's a guy named the Theorizer, and it's very obviously like a clone or a copy or whatever, inspired by film historian, a film theorist. But that's not a bad thing. I mean, because MatPat can't cover everything, and the Theorizer covers things that MatPat misses. So it's like having additional content that MatPat doesn't cover, and he does the same thing. Theorizer is really smart and uses science and math and all of that, and does pretty much the same kind of content. And so, I mean, just because something is a copy of it or obviously inspired by it doesn't mean it's a bad thing, unless it's like, with obvious examples, like, they got the Angry Video Game Nerd and the Irate Gamers, a blatant ripoff of the other one, and you're like taking the entire script word for word, and that's not a good thing. But being inspired by and having similar content, similar premise and stuff, I don't think that's a bad thing. But MatPat can't cover everything. Where was I? Gaming Lemon. I haven't stayed up to date with his channel lately, so I don't know if he's still uploading or what he's uploading. But I love his GTA mod videos and the Funtage videos he does. Those are the best. But apparently he's more known for his Minecraft videos, and I always just skip those. I mean, I play Minecraft, but I don't like watching other people play Minecraft. Does that make sense? Okay, this is worth getting to the new stuff I've recently discovered. Boogie2988. Apparently, I'm an idiot for just coming across it. He's been famous for years, and he's one of the bigger ones. And I don't mean that to be mean or anything. There's a list. I recently came across a list. I think it was Watch Mojo, or someone did a list of the biggest YouTube stars, and Boogie2988 was one of them. And I'm like, I just discovered him last week. This is like a month ago, and like he's really nice, really friendly, and of course, except when he does the Francis character, I actually am a little mad at him, slightly, kind of sarcastically. The Francis character, I don't know if it's specifically a character, or if it just gives him, like, because the actual, like, him playing himself, he doesn't, you know, he swears, but not much. And then when he does Francis, he swears like crazy. And I think that's just his excuse to do that. Well, and I don't know if that's a character in the sense of just to swear more, or if he's just having false opinions. He did a video about the Switch, and he said it's the worthless piece of crap, and you know, it's stupid. And he took a tablet and taped some Wiimotes to it. And speaking of which, I still have this here. I didn't even pick it up. He taped it to two sides of a tablet. Like, look, I just made the Switch. And so, like, it's more than that. But, you know, it's a good channel. I like watching his videos. This is the channel that I was talking about that made me want to make this video. Matthias. I found his channel tonight, and I watched a bunch of his videos, and he's hilarious. You can tell watching his videos that he just has so much fun making videos. Him and his friends, like, they just have a good time making videos, and they're hilarious. The one I watched, like, just before recording this, it was like 8 random dollar store items, and like that was hilarious. And I like the there was a random magician Amazon items. And then, like, a whole bunch. I just watched a whole bunch of his videos. And, like, they're really great. Gamer from Mars. That's kind of like Gaming Historian. Except he adds, he adds, like, humor and stuff to it. I love his Hall of Fame, Internet Hall of Fame videos. But he has other things. Like, I watched one earlier about the, that famous video that was posted 7 years ago, like, hi, it's Patrick, or something like that, and there's the girl in the bathroom screaming, and like, at the beginning of the video, he's like, behind me is a bathroom. There's no windows getting out, and the reason I point that out is there's a video that was uploaded long ago, and then he goes and tells the whole story about everything you need to know about what happened. And at the end of the video, you hear, ignore that. It was hilarious. And the video just ends right there. Philip DeFranco. I don't even have to talk. You know who Philip DeFranco is. HMK, another one I just discovered. I actually discovered him because of the Switch. When I found out, like, Nintendo, like, announced the announcement, like, last minute, like, the night before. At least that's when I found out about it. So I looked it up to see if, you know, anyone knew anything in advance, and I found his videos, and he got. I talked about that in the last video where he was all excited, and so, like, and then I was watching all his videos on it, and yeah, I like him. He's funny. Kendall Rae. Another one I recently discovered, because I'm into, like, conspiracy videos, ghost hauntings, stuff like that, paranormal, and she recently started doing, like, a conspiracy theory series where she talks about, like, JFK, and, like, she posted one recently that I watched today about the Stanley Hotel. And I think probably she has 2 videos that I found really interesting, and it actually had nothing to do with conspiracy theories. It was about her college roommates. And it was I thought that was really interesting. I mean, I usually don't care about people's, like the way I let people vent to me all the time, but the way I always see it is, like, you can vent to me, but don't get me involved. But if it's, like, people I don't know, and they try to, like, if I go on a whisper, and someone's upset, I'm like, hey, what's wrong? And, you know, if they're like, oh, this, and this, like, oh, that sucks, and I kind of, like, talk with them. But if they go and send me, like, a wall of text, I'm like, okay, I don't know you. And so usually, like, if it's someone I don't know, I'm like, I don't care. And then she did, like, a 30-minute video about her college roommates, and I'm like, tell me more, this is interesting, come on, let's make a movie of this. And then she made a part 2 about another one of her roommates, and it's like a sequel, because it's, like, the same characters. It was real people, but, I mean, technically characters, because you changed the name, obviously. And it was just really interesting. But I like her conspiracy videos, too. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing this right. Little Siha, S-I-H-A. she is a Just Dancer. That's what Just Dancer. That's what people like say, Just Dance Dancer. I call them Just Dancer. And she is I've watched a lot of, you see, I do a lot of Just Dance videos. I did. And they don't get taken down, I get taken down. Why? I don't know. And she had, like, some of the videos I had taken down, she does the same songs. And she's still up. Those videos are still up. But she's so great at she's the best one I've seen. I've seen a bunch of them. And she's the best one. And then to the point where I actually follow her on Twitter. And I usually don't use like, okay, you're a good dancer, whatever, or you're a crappy dancer, and then I'll subscribe or not subscribe, and then I'll just move on. But I actually subscribe, and then I look at her about section, and then she has like a Facebook page, and I liked it, and I follow her on Twitter and Instagram. I sound like a stalker now, but like I didn't like I don't even know that much about her, so like I've only seen like 10 of her videos, and then tonight I found out she did Uptown Funk, apparently a long time ago. It was like scrolling through like kind of an update to see. And what's funny about that, actually, I'm gonna end it with this. There was, I used to post a lot of, like I've even recently posted a bunch of Just Dance videos. And a lot of people were saying it was creepy because I was only posting dance covers and Just Dance videos of girls dancing. Like, you just like watching those girls move. Well, actually, they're just the best ones. But actually, my favorite dance cover of all time, and I just watched it again tonight, because I hadn't seen it in a couple of years, like maybe 2 or 3 years, and I wasn't sure if I still liked it as much, because I've seen a bunch since then, and I've gotten into Just Dance since then. And there's been a bunch of really good dance covers I've seen. I wasn't sure if it'd still be the same like reaction, if I still like it as much. So I went and watched the video tonight, my favorite dance cover of all time. It's actually a Japanese businessman dancing to Happy Synthesizer. So all those people saying, you just like watching those girls move. No, actually, they're just really good dancing. I like, it's really entertaining watching people dance, especially when they're really good at it. And watching her, little Siha, watching her dance makes me realize how bad I am at it. And actually, she was kind of a motivator, because I wanted to try. For a while, I was trying to be as good as her. I was trying to outdo her, and eventually I realized I would never be as good as her. And so, yeah, I have kind of given up on that. Now I just do it for fun. I mean, I do the Just Dance videos, and I post them on Facebook, and it's like I still try, but I'm not like upset if I don't do it perfectly, because my friends are going to watch it and they're going to laugh at me regardless. So, but anyway, that's all of my favorite YouTubers. I got the list here, and this is a small list. Anyways, I can barely see anything because the flash is in my eye. I can't tell where the thing is, so I'm tapping the screen, hoping that I eventually find the, can't see the screen. The flash is in my face.